So as I mentioned at the very last minute of yesterday's vlog, plans have changed today. I'm not streaming because we have a news crew arriving here in about 10 minutes. So this morning I'm doing a TV interview with Channel 9. I did something with like the local version of Channel 9 like 2 years ago, so I don't know if it's still the local version or if it's the national version. I don't know, but it'll be fun because that sort of thing I always find a little bit fun. The problem is Mrs. Jazza has to be in it, and she really doesn't like doing this sort of thing, as you guys know from, you know, me not including her in the vlog for ages because she doesn't like to be on camera. But they sort of in the end said, it's sort of got to be both of you or we can't do the piece. So how's that for putting pressure on?
Can you start by telling me your full name?
Okay. She hates this.
Things rather than the...
Poor thing. You can do it.
Put me on that as well.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I like your background, it's crazy.
Thank you.
Did you obviously do it yourself?
He painted it.
Wow.
It took ages, and the next one we're just going to get printed because he doesn't have a month now. Nowadays he does not have a month.
Of course.
But I am gonna plan it in virtual reality, so that's equivalently cool. Like.
Actual virtual reality.
Yeah. I'm gonna tomorrow. Your timing is amazing because yesterday the office was messy and we half cleaned it up. Tomorrow it's going to be completely empty.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm doing photogrammetry, turning it into a 3D model, and I'll be painting. Did you want to get a fake drawing shot?
Yeah, can I get a drawing shot? That'd be great.
That was really random how that came together. We just got an email like yesterday and it all just came together, and there you go. We're hopefully going to be on TV this afternoon. Anyway, the rest of the day I'm using to film a video. I'm going to be making a chisel tip art challenge, which I think should be interesting. I'm going to use the side of the markers that I don't often use, and I'm also going to use anything with the chisel tip. So permanent markers, highlighters, wide Copic markers, it's all fair game as long as it's got a chisel tip. So I'm just going to get stuck into that. I'm bummed out I missed out on doing a stream today, but it's a bit too late and it'll be a bit too late notice to bring it all together. And to be honest, I'm looking forward to just sort of jumping into a video artwork thing and just getting stuck into it and listening to the rest of my audiobook. The Lightbringer has been on hold for like a week and a half. So now I can finally get through and finish that and move on to book 2. But the thing that's really sort of throwing me off at the moment is this video and this filming session is my very last session filming with this desk and the whole room set up like this. Because tomorrow we're going to clear this all out, take a whole bunch of photos and then set up a different desk. And that's going to be the start of things changing, and it's going to start changing slowly and then all at once when I replace the mural and do the fake background and do a whole bunch of other stuff. But having the room so empty like this makes me realize I really need some acoustic treatment in here. Like, it's so bouncy. And I have sound foam in Studio 2, and that works amazingly. So I want to do the same thing in here. I want to get sound foam for the ceiling and maybe a couple more pieces for the walls or something. But I've just gone with the slightly bouncy sound for this video because I can't be bothered at the moment. I'm pretty exhausted, so I'm looking forward to just sort of chilling out, doing some art, and I guess saying goodbye to this desk, this art setup. It's a bit of a farewell party. It's not going to be here tomorrow. It's so weird. I'm just really enjoying the outcome of this. I'll be honest, the chisel tips weren't the worst to work with. They also weren't particularly great, especially when it came to details and edges of things. You'll notice that obviously there's no clean edges, but I decided to try and just go with that aesthetic instead of fight against it. And I feel like that rough look has added to more of the charm of the piece than I expected or might have initially planned. So that brings me to the end of today's activities, and I'm going to wrap up with the question of the day. Now, this is a bit of an interesting one, and it goes in a little deeper, so I'm going to try and take my time to answer it as best as I can. It comes from Alex Andrews, who says, Jazza, I adore you, but honestly, I feel like you may need to weigh priorities. I get the limiting to 2 videos and stopping the monthly challenge. I feel like you've been neglecting your viewers though. You skip a ton of streams, and when you do them, you aren't as connected. I was at your last one, it was fun, and although it was community oriented, you felt disconnected. You may have ad deals and projects, that's all great. We supported you when you didn't have that. I'm just concerned that in doing what feels right for you, you may be hurting the base that has been with you through the years. Have you considered your community and all your grand plans, or will we be left by the wayside too? Now that's a confronting question, but I honestly want to give you the best answer I possibly can. Now, I feel like I do the best by my community that I can and always have, but I also feel like I do my best by a lot of things. And I think that's sort of one of the things I wanted to express in answering this question, is that doing what I do is sort of a juggling act. It's balancing a lot of different things, and I can't realistically do them all well all the time. And as I cycle around how I prioritize all of them, sometimes I drop the ball a bit, but I always pick up the ball and keep moving. So in the past, I've had a similar feel in the past, and I have felt like there's been that slight level of disconnection in streams lately. I've had that in the past, and I've come back, and at the same time, there have been either, production value drops or spikes. There have been ambitious times in the channel and just really flat, not that exciting times of the channel. There have been times where I've been on cloud 9 and really struggling with my mental health. And all of this is just part of the ebb and flow of what I do. So, I guess the best way I can answer your question is that I'm always going to try and do my best in my community. And while I also have noticed that I've not been great with streams lately, I admit to that and I apologize for that. At the same time, I'm aware of that and it matters to me. I would be more productive if I did something else, if I just focused on making videos, or if I just focused on projects or whatever. But I do the streams because it matters to me so much that I have a connection with my community, and I also use it to share the content creation process with you guys. Now, sometimes I miss the mark a bit and I get more focused on the content creation than I do the streams, which is the main reason I'm doing them. And I plan to get back on track. Obviously, I'm not streaming next week, but when I get back, I do want to just make sure I'm reconnecting with you guys in the proper way. But I guess it just comes down to the juggling. And I apologize for the occasional times I drop the ball. At the moment, the balls I'm throwing a bit higher and working a bit harder on are things that are gonna sort of not need that to happen as much or with as much direct attention. For instance, when I finish with this office and the desk and the mural and all that stuff, and with the Indiegogo final rewards that we're delivering, then that's all stuff that's done. And my attention can be more fully devoted to not only the content, which I've been trying to keep up and stuff, but also the community, which is always a priority for me. As far as ditching the challenge of the month, I stayed doing that for so long because I wanted to do right by the community and keep that up for you guys. Kate told me I should stop that a year ago because it was already getting to me then, and I've pushed through for a year because I want to have that connection with you guys. And I've just learnt in the last few months in particular that I need to draw lines every now and then for myself, and then also just for the positivity of the channel as a whole. So I hope that answers your question. I share your same concerns, and I honestly believe that while I drop the ball every now and then, that's always going to be part of everything I'm juggling and one of the most important things to me. So, I appreciate your feedback, and I'm interested in hearing ways that you feel most connected to me. And this is one of them. The question of the day is something that's been on the vlog the whole time, is one of the ways that I can directly connect with people in this community, address concerns, share jokes, and all that stuff. Where in many cases I can't get to answering all the comments. This is a moment that we can reliably share, and I try and build on those moments as much as I possibly can. Anyways, I have to get going, guys. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of this community, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, turning the Showtime lights off.
This is going to be gone tomorrow, and then it's going to change. Change is scary.